So you just watched me make this prism. It's a pretty easy build, just a couple of cuts. A friend last weekend asked me to make this prism, which is the same from the outside, but the inside is hollow. This was unexpectedly harder. We thought there was only a complex solution to how to cut this because of these miter joints. I don't know if you can see it there. Maybe if I show you on this one. So this right here is the miter seam between the two. That's a 30-degree angle, and we had trouble figuring out how to cut that on any sort of power saw. But I figured out a very simple solution. So hang out and I will show you that real quick, and then you too can make these cool hollow triangular prisms. So I prepared this board to demonstrate the process that I figured out. This is a fully jointed board, so the top side and the bottom side are parallel to each other. The edges are 90 degrees to those faces and parallel to each other. And then I've done a few things to try to make it more obvious on camera which way I'm pushing this through the saw. So I've got an A on this top side and a B on the bottom side. I've painted this edge purple, so as we cut through it, you can see how much I've cut away. This edge is clear. This end is painted red. This edge you'll probably never see, but it is also clear. So we'll have a nice ½ inch left in the center, and we're going to cut off this corner and this corner. I'm going to cut off here and here. Let's take this. So with the saw set to that same 60-degree angle that I used to make the other prism, I'm going to line up the fence side of the blade with that guide mark I made to shave off that corner. So I took off each corner, and you can now see there's a strip still remaining down the center, but we have this sort of shape on the end. So what we want to do is cut right next to those bevels so that we cut this strip off of this board. We also don't want this plate. We want a zero clearance in here. This is going to be a very narrow sliver that we don't want to fall in. So this time I have the other side of the blade lined up with that line, because the part we're interested in is the off-fall. And that is the wall profile we're looking for. I hope that focuses. We have a long strip. We're going to cut this into 3 equal pieces, and we'll have our triangle. So there you have it, 3 pieces. All have the edges. We just roll them up like so. And we have our triangular prism with a hollow in the middle. It's that easy. Thanks for watching.